Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news by geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat. We share our opinion. I'm your host, Chuck, and with me I got Randy. Say what's up to the people, Randy.
Yo, Chuck, what are we talking about tonight?
Well, it's Friday. You know what Friday is. It's happy hour. So I got to ask you, what are you drinking?
Water, man.
Me
I'm getting
too.
bored tonight.
What's
Water.
wrong with y'all? I got sparkling water, homemade sparkling water.
I ain't that fancy. I just got regular old bottled water. What do you mean
Nah.
homemade sparkling water? What are you talking about?
So I take my filtered water and I have a soda
An
stream.
unimaginable.
So I carbonate it. So I carbonated my water.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Good.
So the Funk is in the chat. If you're in the chat, you can comment. And the Funk said he's finishing off a can of mimosa from Aldi's. I didn't know they can mimosas. I
You
hope
know
it's
they
delicious. Is it
yeah.
more orange or is it more champagne? The Funk, tell us which one is it. Is it more orange or more champagne? He'll tell us sooner or later.
Yeah.
He'll get
That's an
back with
interesting
us.
thing to can.
A mimosa?
Yeah,
I mean, a
mimosa.
canned wine. I have had canned wine before, as I guess that's
I
close.
can see one, but like it's champagne and like I don't know.
Uh-huh.
It's
Uh-huh.
just I've never heard of canned champagne.
Have you ever champagne in a vending machine?
Huh? No, I've never seen cat. I didn't know.
So in Vegas, they have Moet in vending machines. So you go
Really?
to the vending machine, you transfer money for a Moet coin, and you pop it into the vending machine, and it kicks out personal Moet bottles with flutes at the end that you put on the end of it, and you just drink it back. They're small bottles, they're like that big.
I
But
like it.
yeah,
But that's
yeah.
Vegas. He the
They
fuck this is definitely more orange juice.
doesn't
The-
have that whiny tang. Okay.
yeah.
So, okay, that's interesting. And in Japan, you can buy liquor in vending machines. They sell all liquor.
I think
Anytime you,
somebody told me that before, which I was just like,
I
wow,
have, I have.
maybe it was you. I don't know.
Yes, yes.
Somebody
They
told me.
they
I
sell
don't
everything in vending machines in Japan. Whatever you're looking for, you can find it in the vending machine somewhere. They sell ramen in the vending machine, hot ramen. Come right out, perfectly hot ramen.
Is it good?
It's delicious.
I just don't know if I'd want to
They
eat it.
sell hot coffee in vending machines. Like you get a can of hot coffee, the can itself is warm.
I'm just
Hot
not
sake.
a proponent of like food out of vending machines. So other than like chips or snacks or something,
Japan has it. You buy ice cream out of vending machines in Japan.
I feel like it's all like lower tier.
Nah, not you paying $5 for it. It's not. If you paying $12, not.
I mean, that's just
Yeah.
that's just the price. The price, I mean, it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
Hell,
but it's usually
uh,
good.
hell, I was in the airport and paid like $10 for a sandwich,
That's true. That's true. That's
and it
true.
wasn't
That's
good,
true.
right? But I had
Yeah.
no other choice.
But Japan was one of those places where you can buy alcohol in the vending machine, and they have it right in front of a high school, and none of the kids buy it.
Mm.
They don't care for it. But kids can buy alcohol in the grocery store too in Japan.
Oh,
You know,
what's the
little
drinking age?
kids. They use walk drinking ages, I think 18
Okay, but the
or
kids
20,
can
20,
buy?
20. They
Although,
can
okay,
buy it.
so when I was young and growing up, I used to go to the store at like 12, 13 years old and buy cigarettes for my
Yes.
parents.
In Japan, you can't buy cigarettes as a minor. You're not supposed
Yeah.
to.
But
But they
yeah,
do have cigarette vending machines where they
yeah, you
make
can't
you
do it
try to
now, but
be.
like, I would do it
Yeah.
and think nothing
I used
of
to do
it.
it for my dad all the time.
Yeah, sometimes I used to do it for my parents. And so one time I was in line and I was getting the cigarettes. I'll never forget it was Kingstown Schools was my mother and Winston's was my father. And I was getting each one of them a pack. And it was this woman behind me. And when I ordered them, she got like really mad at the store. She was like, "How can you all let kids buy cigarettes? This is wrong and stuff like that." And I was like, "Lady, mind your business." I didn't say that, right? Because I'm thinking this lady, she hating. But now that I look back on it, she was right. They should have been selling cigarettes to 12-year-olds.
They didn't care.
They didn't care at all.
I used to go to the convenience store and get my dad 2 packs of Salem's
Yeah, I
and
did.
my mom Virginia Slims.
Yeah, yeah. Mine's at King
Hmm.
South Schools and Winston's, and
Yeah,
they didn't care. I was literally 12. I was like 12 years
yeah.
old.
I was younger than that. I remember being like 9, 8.
Yeah,
Dad be
buying
like,
cigarettes.
go in and get my cigarettes for me. And I
Yeah,
just walk
it
in
was
there.
none for.
They knew exactly what I was getting too.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, and nobody cared.
Nobody
You
cared.
can't. You can't
That's
do that now,
no,
but
that's back in the feral days where I had
yeah,
a key to the house at 5 years old, at six
yeah. I
years
had to keep
old.
pretty young too,
It's-
or in the summertime, my parents literally kicked me out of the house. It's like, don't come back in here till like the street lights go on.
yeah, matter of fact,
Yeah,
you get up in the morning, take your shower, get
yeah,
out of my house.
yeah.
I don't
Get
want to
out of
see
my
you in
house
the house
and
like
don't
y'all
be
want to go.
running in and out of my
My
house.
house.
Be
Yep.
coming back. So whatever you need, you better get it now. And that
Yeah.
included like food, and I didn't have no money, so it was like literally I was just out there
Drinking from the
raising
water hose,
myself.
surviving,
Yeah, just
surviving on the
surviving.
water hose
Right.
water.
Water hose,
Oh
eating
man.
over people's house, like,
Yeah, it was fun. It was funny watching these kids, and the father gave the children like, we're outside, we want something to drink. Handing them the water hose, and they're like, what do we do with this?
Right. I mean, it is bad. You shouldn't be just drinking out water hoses, but that's yeah. And I didn't
Yeah,
come home until it was late at night, and then it was
yeah.
dinner stuff that was done. Yeah, but yeah, I was really out there fending for myself.
That's why we're a messed up generation. Generation X. They didn't want to let us take over because we probably would have ruined the country by now.
I would say so. I mean, we grew up.
We were independent. We did our
on,
own thing. We've been
on
like,
bikes and
break out.
just
We'd have broke off every treaty. Like, nah, we're gonna just do our own
right,
thing.
because we don't know boundaries and rules.
We
We hop
don't.
on bikes and go miles from the house. We're in and out of people's houses that we don't know. We
No.
don't got no
Yeah.
money. We got
Yeah.
to feed our own selves. We're drinking out of water hoses. Fights because we're bored. Just start capping on somebody. Did it break into a fight? Yeah, just all kind
They didn't want us to take over. That
of,
makes
all
sense.
kind of things. We
They're
just
like the kids we raised are effed up. We can't let them
right.
take it.
Social pass.
Uh, but let's get a little bit of news. Let's
All right,
get a
let's do
little
some news.
news. So Iwájú is one of the coolest shows on Disney Plus. You know what Iwájú is?
All
It's
right.
that Pan-African show that came out on Disney
Yeah,
Plus. So
yeah.
from a showrunner from the Kugali founder Ulufikia. Oh, I found it. Let me get this right name. Fikayo and Ideola. I think that's Ideola. Ideola. Disney producer Halima Hudson. Iwájú takes place in the future version of Lagos, Nigeria, one where technology has augmented existing class differences, really cementing the gap between the haves and the have-nots.
Hmm. Is this a short? I thought it was a short or
No, this is a full show, I think.
a full show. Okay.
I think they're running the full show. I think they launched it all at one time. The animation is a step above the usual Disney CG television fare, more in line with the studio's movies, which elevate the story as a whole. So I think it's a full story.
Okay. I'm good. Man, the only thing that I had with problem I had with Disney and some of their animation for some of their black and African characters is they don't seem to promote them that well.
No, they don't. They
Quasi
do.
Quasimodo, it was a gem.
Kizazimoto.
It's
Yeah.
Quasimodo, yeah. I can't say
Uh-huh.
Quasi, but yeah,
Hmm.
it was a gem. It was absolutely
Yes.
fantastic. Disney
Hmm.
did not promote it at all.
They didn't. They had a billboard here. They had it on the wall coming out of Inglewood on the 405.
In Columbus, Ohio,
Yeah, I
not
can see that. They didn't promote, probably didn't promote it anywhere else. They said, we promoted it. We put it on the billboard right there. Go see it. Go check it out.
yeah. Matter of fact, it was weeks past before I knew it had even come out. I was like, "What? How did I miss this?
They
It's
put a billboard
literally
up in
my
Harlem, apparently, too.
okay." I was like, "This is literally my job. Like, how did I miss this?" And finally, we saw
Yeah.
it. So, I hope it's great.
Iwájú.
Has it come out yet?
Yeah, it's out.
So, have you seen it?
Nope, I haven't seen it yet. I know it's not on our list of shows, but that list has gotten a little shaken up anyway. But it's there. I'm not sure how long it is or anything. I haven't heard much talk about it.
Well, the headline is it's one of the best shows, one of the coolest shows on Disney Plus.
Yep. Well, what does that mean? Disney Plus doesn't have a lot of good shows on it.
I don't
I
think
like.
they.
It's saying it's 6 episodes,
Uh-huh.
30 minutes each, around 30
Mhm.
minutes each. So six episodes and about 30 minutes each.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if it means they're all on there or like week by week.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
so we got Mark is on Facebook watching. First time watching. Thanks, Mark. Like us on Facebook. Share us to your Facebook friends and family. And what are you
So it looks
drinking
like
on,
they
Mark?
what's
all
up,
just
Mark?
they
What's
all
up?
dropped yesterday
Yesterday.
or the 28th, the 28th. So that
Day
would have been
before yesterday.
Wednesday. Yeah. So they all dropped at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And like Rodney said, there's six of them in total.
Yeah, six. You know.
We should we should
So it dropped out.
we should
So
watch.
what's up?
So we should watch this on Benchworthy. Go look at our list.
Mm.
Okay.
Uh watch the Japanese horror film that inspired Resident Evil for free. So Resident Evil, the video game, the horror film that inspired it. There Would Be No Reason Without Sweet Home in 1989, a Japanese horror movie directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa, now better known for films like The Curse, The Cure, The Pulse, and Creepy. Sweet Home had a huge influence on Capcom's groundbreaking foray into survival horror video games.
Hmm.
So you can watch the film that inspired Resident Evil if you're familiar with Resident Evil. It is definitely one of Capcom's most long-lasting series of games.
You don't
Very
like
popular.
Resident Evil though, do you?
I don't like scary games. They live with me. I have all of them, but I won't play them. And when I do play them, I think about them all the time. I don't play games to get scared at them. Even The Last of Us is not scary like Resident Evil. Resident Evil is like some mucked up stuff. It's really mucked up. So I keep my distance. So Resident Evil game director Shinji Mikami told GameSpot in 2016 interview about the origins of his survival horror game and how Sweet Home influenced it.
Okay.
Yep.
Have you seen it?
Nope. I don't do a lot of horror. I do horror. I do horror that's campy more so than anything else. And I do psychological horrors. I like psychological horrors. But
I do.
jump scare horrors, I'm not too far into. I don't like being jump scared. I
Yeah.
don't know. Chat, do you like being jump scared? I'm not big in jump scares.
I've never been jump scared, so horror is fine with me. I have no problem with it. It's not my
Yeah.
first choice of genre, but
Yeah. Like Mark said, Resident Evil Nemesis caught me with a few jump scares. And the funk came in, nope. With a big nope. I'm not really big into jump scares. That's not what I'm doing.
yeah, I got
Speaking of things that have jump scares, Apple's electric car project is dead, so
Yeah.
nobody's gonna get scared by it. They say it's the automated car system they wanted to release. They had a 2,000 person team behind the car will shift to generative AI efforts instead. That means they're going to lay off probably 1,800 of those people.
Yeah, I think they're all gone.
And
I
they'll probably keep
remember,
200 of the best engineers they have.
yeah, I remember maybe about a year or so ago, we did this story and we were both kind of like, why?
Yeah,
Why,
they
why
because
are people doing this? And
uh um I watched some interviews on it, and Tim Cook says cars are probably the most advanced version of AI we could ever make right now. Automated car systems, because they have to be aware of so many things,
Mhm.
there's so many variables. It's like planes and boats are a lot easier, and nobody's really doing AI automated systems for boats yet, but people are doing have made automated systems for planes and
Things,
stuff.
obviously.
Yeah. That's why I trip out when people say my pilot was a black woman, so I don't know if I want to ride on it. It's like you do know most planes are automated, right?
That's all I say. Most planes, now I wouldn't even say most. I would say all planes.
Yeah, they're
For
automated.
commercial airlines, at the
Hmm.
minimum, at commercial airlines,
Hmm.
they're all they're
They're
all
not little
AI.
private planes that people fly up and
Yeah,
because they
this
want to
isn't
fly.
yeah, this isn't the 60s, right? Or something like that.
Mm-mm.
They're
Mm-mm.
all
They're smart planes and they
yeah,
figured it out.
right. And
And
they've
the
been
plane
that way for like 20 years.
20, 30 years. Yep.
Yeah,
We
so yeah,
automated systems.
right. So yeah.
Yeah. So they
That's
they
just dumb. That's just people in America talking. They don't know
yeah,
what
they
they're
don't know.
talking
They got the internet. They got the internet. They would talk to their friends, but since they can put it on Twitter, they put it for the world to see.
right.
And they get other people and bots to back it up.
Yeah.
Because that's what surfaced to the top of
Mhm.
things.
Yeah.
And people are quick to be upset about stuff now.
Yeah.
Like
Stuff that's
things,
really not true and doesn't make any
yeah.
sense.
Doesn't make sense to even believe, things that are fake. There's so many fake things out there that you find out you're like, wow. Okay, that whole thing's a debacle. I see it. I see it. I get it. And
But
but
it's always been that way.
yes, I tell everybody the internet is wrestling. It's wrestling where it's real people doing fake things. That's what it is. And we're in the world where fake people do fake things.
Yeah, man. Hey. I mean, I don't want to go down any rabbit holes because it's not even worthy of a conversation, but it's some crazy, crazy things out there.
Yep. There's like bots everywhere. Bots
Yeah.
are so crazy that M&M vending machines have facial recognition.
Yeah.
A student at the University of Waterloo in Canada asked that in the post showing a vending machine error message that revealed a facial recognition app had failed. Well, everything has facial recognition and everything. They want to know who's buying stuff. I can imagine that every TV has a microphone in it
Oh, yeah.
and but not especially when it's online TV. They want you to go online.
Yeah. That's the
Because they
whole
don't let you speak into the TV doesn't mean it doesn't have a microphone in it,
yeah.
you know?
And it's numerous instances of like TVs being hacked and cameras being turned on TV
Yeah, yeah,
and
all
all
kinds of
kinds of
stuff.
things. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, computers. I have a friend who's like, I can understand how you have Alexa in your house when you have and I was like, how you got a phone in your house? The phone is designed to listen. That's
I-
half the job of the phone.
oh God, it is. Oh God.
half the job of the phone is to listen.
So
Period.
it was it was a couple years ago. I was in Florida for business and we were just sitting around and we were talking about a trip to Cedar Point. Cedar Point is an amusement park in Sandusky, Ohio, right? So you were just talking about going there and things like that. So like as we were leaving for breakfast, because we're sitting around talking at breakfast, when I looked at my phone, why did it have the weather for Sandusky, Ohio?
Of course it does. Of course. It's
Like
supposed to.
I've never had Sandusky, Ohio in my phone ever. Like ever plugged, ever talked, ever saved, anything. But all of a sudden it was giving me,
Yeah.
what was
So
the weather?
I expect everything to listen. And I tell everybody, nothing that you are saying is that important to the world. There's there's 7 billion people out here, and nothing that you as one individual saying is that important. You're not high on the list of somebody to be watched.
You ain't high on the list of somebody to be watched. All right.
None of y'all are that important.
I'm on that list of how people be watched.
Sure you are. Sure you are.
All
We
right.
can tell.
Yeah. I is important. So I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Okay, if you say so. What are you being watched for?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Look, exactly. Well, anyway, Wendy says dynamic pricing won't tack surge pricing onto your nuggets. So people didn't know. Wendy's is now going to introduce a plan to increase pricing during busier times like
Different
lunch
time.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to clarify, Wendy's will not implement surge pricing, which is the practice of raising prices when demand is high. Wendy spokesperson Heidi Schuer says its statement to Verge, we didn't use the phrase, nor do we plan to implement that practice. They're saying we're not going to implement it. I think they're just walking it
Yeah,
back
they're just
because
doing
what's
this.
going to happen is during that time, if I was another fast food franchise, I would say the moment Wendy's raises their prices, we'll drop ours and have more people come to us.
Well, technically, like they already do it through like DoorDash and Uber Eats. They raise prices for it. That's kind of where they got it from. And so
Do
now
they?
they're saying that they were going to do it. The rumor has been they're going to do it, even if you're not doing
But
DoorDash.
but that's but that's for drivers and fees and stuff like that.
It still
But
raises the prices of it.
yeah, not on the food, not on the
Yeah, it
menu.
does. I just found it out too because I did something through DoorDash. My order was even without the delivery fees and the surcharges, ordering it on DoorDash is higher than going to pick it up.
I can see that some stores round up, some
Yeah,
stores, but it's not like saying if you ordered it at 5 o'clock on DoorDash and then 8:30 on DoorDash, it's a
yeah, it's a
different
difference.
price. Is
Yeah,
it?
it's a
I
difference.
don't have that here.
Yeah, it's a difference because that's where they kind of got it from, and that's
That's
why they were saying
interesting
it would be a seamless sort of transition to do it.
because the menus have always been the same in the things I order. Of course, I order everything around the same time though.
Yeah, it's different prices at different times. They do it. I just
Really?
found it out. Yeah, I just found it
Because
out.
I go into the store and it's almost the same price. I'm instead of like it being like 9.50 in the store, it'd be $10 on Uber Eats. The
I'm not saying
restaurants
it's
I
a huge
choose.
difference. I'm not saying it's a huge difference, but
Yeah.
it is a difference.
It's always like $10. They were talking about Wendy's was talking about tagging on like a couple of dollars for a meal. So the meal that's 12.99 is gonna be 15.99 when you purchase it during height hours.
Uh, yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. Two dynamic pricing services, juicer and sauce. So that's the websites that said they do it. And it says Senator Elizabeth Warren tweeted about the news, calling Wendy's plan price gouging, plain and simple. New York State Assembly member Kenny Burgos said he is drafting the bill to prevent Wendy's from implementing the surge pricing on its menus.
I
It's
think
funny how they quickly pass across menus and stuff, like bills that really don't matter that much.
right. That's what I'm saying. Why is this even warranting Congress attention?
I think because gas stations do this.
And
They
it would be better for consumers not even to go to Wendy's. This is a private enterprise. Like if they were doing it on all food, and I was like, oh, if supermarkets were doing it,
yeah.
I'd say that's wrong. But if Wendy's, a private enterprise, wants to do surge charging, let them.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
like you said, it would behoove another fast food competitor to say, yo, we're going to drop ours at the same time.
At the
And
same
if they don't,
time.
so what? Go to the grocery store.
Yeah, yeah. We have enough preservatives in our foods now that are killing us that we should probably stay away from these places. That's
Exactly.
why I said you're gonna send the bill up to stop price gouging, but you're not passing the bill to protect the people that are eating the food.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
A
My
little.
friend, who is a food scientist at one of the largest food companies in the world, had told me, we pay companies more to not poison us. And we call it organic.
Right.
And that's crazy. That's crazy. I never thought about that. He says that's what it is. He says you're paying for them not to poison the apple.
Yeah. Like, why are they getting like? I
Not
mean, Elizabeth Warren could be annoying. I don't care. I know she's a Democrat, but she can be annoying.
it doesn't matter what she is. She can be annoying. All of them are annoying.
You
There's
know,
not one. There's not one that isn't annoying.
I just feel like if this is the hill they're going to stand on, like there's other issues
Hmm. There's other more important issues.
that could get
Like
already.
food quality is a bigger issue than
Ab-
food pricing.
Absolutely, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
And
let
quality as in keeping people alive and healthy and not preserving them sick.
yeah. If Wendy's wants to have a surcharge, let them. People will pay it or they won't.
Yep.
Nobody has to have Wendy's.
Nobody has to have it. Nope. Yep. I guess they're thinking about the cascading effect of it all. That's gonna every company's gonna do it. I
If
don't think
every
every company.
fast food company does it, then people won't buy fast food as much.
Yep.
Like I said, if they did it with grocery stores, then I would say that's a different thing.
That's what they're probably thinking. It's gonna
Yeah, that's
cascade in the grocery
yeah. If
store.
it
It's gonna
starts going into
cascade.
grocery stores, then that's the problem. Then yeah, we don't want to do
Yeah.
that. But if a private enterprise like Wendy's or fast food restaurants want to have surcharges, let them have surcharges.
Yep.
It's
Just let
sad
people
at the
know.
end of huh?
Just let people know when surcharges are occurring. That's all I say. Let them know the prices. This is a surge moment.
I
Have
don't
it spelled out somewhere and let them know it's a surge moment.
Yeah, all they have to do is print it, right? Yeah, all they
Yep.
have to do is
This is a
print it.
surge moment right
It's
now.
just
You
a
go in the
search moment.
drive
Yeah,
through, we're
yeah,
surging prices. We can
right.
get out right now. You don't have to buy anything. You can leave right now. Just let people know.
Yeah, and if do that. But again, this is a private
Then
fast
again,
food.
you kind of get stuck in the drive-through, right?
That's
Like
why I
you
said you
pull
put
up,
it up, you put up on the sign or something before you can get stuck.
but I'm saying like you know how you're in line, you pull up to the
Hmm.
to go make your order. That's the only time you'll see something like that, right?
Or you put on the you put another sign out there. You put another sign saying
Before
the
they
surge
even
price.
drive in,
Yeah, before you
yeah.
even drive in. Just like Krispy Kreme says hot fresh donuts right now. And that's when everybody drives in to get Krispy Kreme, right?
Yeah.
You let us know that you're surging right now.
You know, when
And
I
so when
heard
people
this, I was like, man, I mean, I never really do eat at Wendy's, but I'm like, I'm not gonna go to Wendy's during surge. Like if they were to do that, you know,
Right, and
let's
if
say
people don't go,
McDonald's
then
did
they
it,
won't
Burger
do it.
like
King, any of
I'm
this, like,
you
yeah.
pass any law, you say you must let people know when you're surging.
Right,
Mhm.
Because you can't trap people in the
Yeah,
line like
because at
you
least
said,
right.
Ronnie.
like at least with the Uber and
Yeah.
Lyft and all that stuff, it does say it. It
They
says
said surge,
surge
surge
prices,
price right now and how much
surge
is surging.
prices. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Uber and Westminster, they already have it. So
Yep,
yeah,
and I call a
right.
cab. I call a
Yeah,
cab when that's
yeah.
yeah, you
surging.
just gotta tell people, and that's it. Because yeah, it will be messed up if you order something, and by the time you get to, get to pick it up, the price is going up. Yeah,
The
that's
price has gone up.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You shouldn't be able to do that.
They
But
should
yeah,
put it on the door,
yeah,
surge. And
surge.
go,
That's it, and let people
yep.
do it. And if
And the
people
sign
do
has to
it,
go live once you surge the price, even
yeah,
1 cent.
yeah,
I
Even
think
1 cent.
also too, this also might also be their like some of the steps, like here in California, they did pass a law where the minimum wage is like $20 an hour
Mm-hmm.
for fast food workers. So you see that, and that's I think it's already starting to go in effect.
Mm-hmm.
And so this might also be that too, right? Where they're just trying to up their bottom line, right?
You'll get ahead of it.
Trying to get ahead of it, trying to figure out other ways where they can milk more money from the customer, right? To pass on that cost to the
Mm-hmm.
customer. But it's like I don't know. It just seems pretty bad all the way around.
Yeah, it is. It is price gouging poor people. It's like the president of Kellogg saying, "We I don't care if people eat cereal for dinner." Like he's dead serious. He's like, "Yeah, let them eat cereal for dinner. They can't afford anything else. They eat cereal for dinner."
Yeah, he
well,
was saying yeah, I know, groceries are expensive, but maybe you can start eating cereal for dinner. And
Yep.
then yeah, like
yeah.
man.
Again, that's a grocery store. That's a grocery store. I think there's a difference between a grocery store and a restaurant.
But with restaurants doing the grocery store is going to beckon to do it. I can see the Walton family right now saying we want to do surge pricing for our
Yeah,
goods.
see, I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong. I think if they're going to talk about legislation, I think they should pass it against grocery stores
Yeah,
having.
they're not going to do nothing against the Walton
Yeah, I
family.
guess
They,
in the Wendy's defense, they could say, well, they can go somewhere else.
Yeah, they can go someplace
Yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah,
we can do this. They can go somewhere
Right,
else.
right.
Whereas like the Kellogg CEO, that's just bad. That's just bad PR. Bad.
yeah,
That's just a bad look. That's a bad thing
mhm.
to say.
Right.
That's like, yeah, okay, what they're starving people. So you're saying eat your cereal for dinner, right? So you're just
Yeah,
like trying to like get people to buy more of your products, right? And so that's
When,
just
yeah,
distasteful, out of touch,
yeah,
it is.
insensitive to people's economic
yeah,
situations, you know. But yeah, this
absolutely.
is interesting.
Yeah, I think the
Absolutely.
Kellogg's thing is really bad. It is.
Yeah, the Kellogg's thing is bad. Yeah, you
It's
can't.
really bad, and this is bad too. But I think they're worried about it because it plays in different industries, right? I mean, cars do it, car lots do it. They have surge pricing on valuable cars or desired cars. They have MSRP, and everybody marks their cars up there as popular as they are.
But
Now, you
but
can never
that's
get a Hellcat for the price it's supposed to be right now.
but that's supply and demand. That's the whole economic model.
Well,
Like,
that's how these franchises look at it,
and
supply
I
and
and I'm
demand.
fine with it. Yeah, I'm fine.
Mhm.
Again, I'm fine with the franchises
Yeah,
charging
they just have to
whatever.
let me know. You just have to
Yeah, they
let me
just have
know
to let
so
me know.
you
And there
probably
will
can
be
get caught.
a point where kind of what Mark said in the chat. He said, "I wish I might buy a 5 biggie bag and it's $12.99." Right? If that's
Yep,
going to be the case, people
yep.
aren't going to go there. That's just the supply and the demand. You
Yep,
don't have to go to Wendy's, and that's
bad
the
plans at bankrupt companies all the time.
yeah, right. And if Wendy's wants
Yeah,
to do it and it doesn't work and they go out of
and
business, oh well.
I find it weird because here we have Walmart, and Walmart and part of their hiring practices actually sign up their employees for social services because they know they don't pay them enough.
Yeah,
So they're full-time employees. They're like, look, you got to sign up for welfare working for us. We're going to help you with that paperwork.
yeah.
Oh,
That's why a lot of legislators are like really
Hmm.
calling for them. They're like, hey, look, they're getting so many like tax breaks, and basically
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
tapping
yeah.
into like these social services because they're just not paying their employees
They're not
enough.
paying the employees enough.
Yeah. So
Okay,
Ain't that some
get it out,
shit?
bro.
yeah, it's okay.
Come
You
on,
Yeah.
got
Kate.
you a job
Get
at
it out, bro.
Walmart, and you come in and you're and then you're
Yeah.
onboarding. They hand you paperwork that you sign up for
You
Medicaid
ain't
and
gonna survive off
Medicare.
this bullshit. So here you go. Here's some welfare
That's basically what
paper.
they do, and we're gonna help you fill it out because we know you're not smart enough to fill it out on your own.
Boy, late stage capitalism is something else,
Like,
right?
yeah, it is. Like
Yeah.
they had the number one, was it Walmart? Was it Walmart? I
Oh,
forgot what other stores. They had the largest number, McDonald's, they had like the largest number of people on social services, and their HR departments helped sign them up for
that's crazy. That's
it.
crazy.
We're paying for employees of companies,
Subsidizing the Walmart,
subsidizing them. Yep.
the Walmart
That's
employees.
crazy. That's crazy.
What's up,
They're like,
Digital
hey,
Click?
what's up, digital click? Digital click and surge pricing for Uber makes sense because they have to pay drivers more to entice them to drive to that area to keep up demand. That's true. Will Wendy's pay their employees more during surge ordering? Absolutely not. Absolutely
No.
not. You're right.
All right. They won't.
They won't.
That would be true though. That would be I mean, to get some goodwill back, they could say, yeah, you know what? During surge hours, our employees will make more money,
Yep.
you know?
Then people definitely wouldn't go riding. I think people would stay away from it more. How are you gonna pay them more? I'm not making a lot of money in my job. I'm not getting surge wages on my job. I'm not gonna go support them. That's just so American right there. You're gonna be poor just like me. Matter of fact, I come to Wendy's to look at your poor ass, serve me food,
Yeah.
and say, I'm glad I'm not you. I'm dead set. That's why a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
Or poor people go to McDonald's to feel richer than the person serving them food.
Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
Oh,
Psychologically, that is a thing.
I knew a friend of a friend,
hmm.
a professor, I professor's friend, a friend of a friend who was a professor, and her other friend
Mm-hmm.
was a professor, would say this about, some of his less than best performing students. He would say, well, somebody has to serve me my fries at McDonald's. you
Mm-hmm.
know so he had this attitude where it's like, I can't help this person, and they're just going to be serving, somebody has to serve me my fries at McDonald's. And it's just like, there is that attitude, right? It's
Yep.
like a caste system, right?
Yep.
It's a social hierarchy, and it's just like, I don't know, man.
Yep. Like they said, a lot of reason a lot of poor people go to Walmart to go shopping because they can look at the employees there and say, "I do better. I'm doing better than them."
Damn.
It's American capitalism. This is how capitalism works. The only way you can monitor your success in America is saying that you're better than somebody else.
Yes, if you make more money than they.
Yeah. Just, that
But
can make you better.
yeah, but I mean, this was a country founded on taxes.
Even though they said they're not founded on taxes,
I
it was
mean,
definitely
it wasn't
built on
moral
tax.
issues that founded that they were outraged about. They weren't outraged about like slavery or bad conditions. They was like, these goddamn taxes.
They were. They were.
That's, I mean,
They were. They were.
all that religious freedom ain't true. They was mad about taxes.
Taxes. Yep. 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 That's the thing that gets everybody going down is taxes. It's not the inequality. It's not the wage gap. It
Yeah.
is paying taxes.
Yeah, it's taxes, and
It's
and
the
like,
it's the most was it pivotal point in American history is taxes.
yeah, I mean,
And
social.
everybody complain thinks one group's gonna bring taxes down versus another group, and all we've ever seen is taxes go up.
Yeah, I mean, economic wealth determines social status.
The best memes from Wendy's pricing surge. Rodney just posted the best meme. Scroll through that, Rodney. We got to see some of these memes. Oh, this is hilarious. So there's a whole meme fiasco going on here, Randy. This is sad. We live in interesting times. We live in interesting times. Everybody's seeing America for what it is, a meat market.
It is.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
I'm reading through the comments. See, Rodney's going through the memes. I'm reading through the comments on the post. It's just a baconator, Michael. What could it cost? $20. That's true. Careful, y'all. We'll get a bunch of weirdos rushing to defend Wendy saying, ever heard of a happy hour? Happy hour prices usually go down. They don't
Right,
go up.
right.
They change it to happy hour goes up. Man, that's going to be the move. In 5 years, happy
Yeah.
hour is going to be higher prices. And everybody's going to be meeting at happy hours thinking they're cool because they're paying more.
Right.
Japan is that way with Christmas right now. So in Japan on Christmas, they double and triple prices of most goods in stores. And you have to take your girlfriend out on Christmas Day to buy something. And that's the tradition there.
No, I can see that. Happy
So-
hour.
This one's pretty good. Would you like to try our new finance option for your $20 meal deal with a firm for 6 months of 0 APR?
That's amazing. That's amazing. It's gonna happen. These are good.
I think they're going to
They're
change the
good.
name to Happy Hour. They're going to claim it.
Happy hour. And we're going in the 3 years from now, happy hour is gonna be a place where you spend more money
Right.
instead of less money.
Yeah. But it'd be the cool times because it's busy and there's more people there. Yeah, they're going to call it the Happy Hour.
That's how
Buy-
Japan be feminist.
Buying
That's
the
how
dip.
Japan. Mhm.
Sorry for this one. Buying the dip at 3:45 p.m. Baconators and waiting to flip them at 7 p.m.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, flip them at 7. Flip them after the game. Like you buy the whole inventory and you sit in the parking lot of Wendy's and people drive in and be like, look, You don't have to go through the drive-through. You can just buy it from me for $5. Right now it's $7.50, and you buy them all for $3.25. It's gonna be another whole new market open up, Randy. This is late stage capitalism.
Yeah. Yeah.
When he's gonna hire more security to push people out their parking lots now for that. That's like saying on Saturday night I go to Chick-fil-A and I buy up all everything they've ever made, and on Sunday morning I sit in the parking lot of Chick-fil-A selling Chick-fil-A
That's
shit.
true. That's so true.
I'll be a
Chick-fil-A's
winner.
closed on Sunday,
Yeah.
but I'm
No,
open.
I call,
I'm open.
a matter of fact, I have an Instagram account called Sundays Chick-fil-A, and I pick a different Chick-fil-A every week, and I post up right before I go live so the police can come get me. I've already sold out of all this food, and I'm done for the day. So I buy like $2,000 for Chick-fil-A on Saturday night, and on Sunday morning, I heat it back up and sell it back to people in the parking lot of Chick-fil-A somewhere.
This one's pretty good too. My parents in their 30s. Let's buy a house. Me in my 30s. Your maximum bid of $6.25 for a cheeseburger has not been accepted at this time. What the fuck?
Yes, that's amazing. They're gonna put the fast food on a blockchain. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna put it on the blockchain. You're gonna apply it with cryptocurrency. It's gonna be the Wendy
Bitcoin.
coin.
Yeah,
This
Bitcoin.
one's good too. Robin Hood. They got a little
Oh
graph.
shit, the Rob New one's good. Oh
They got a
shit.
graph.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. This one's good. This one's really good.
Wendy's PR part, they gotta get a hold of this. Yeah.
Man, that's why they're walking it all back
Yeah,
right
they got
now.
it. They got it. Yeah, this
They
ain't a
gotta
good
walk
look.
it all
Now
back
that I'm
right
thinking
now.
about it, this ain't a good look.
Oh
whether it
man.
was whether it was true or not, yeah, they gotta get a hold of
They're
this.
they're thinking, hey, people pay premium for sneakers, so they pay premium for our damn burgers.
Yeah, they gotta.
Oh, I bet you some
Yeah.
young kid like, yo, people pay premium for watches, sneakers, bags. They'll pay no. So during surcharge, they pay more for Uber, blah blah blah. No, people are paying more for Uber because they don't have the phone number to a taxi cab company in their city because they don't look it up on Google and say, hey, I'm here on this corner, come pick me up.
It's convenience.
Yeah.
It's just so convenient.
And kids don't talk to people no more.
You press two buttons and a car magically appears within 15
Peers,
minutes.
yep. And you don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah, that's how I mean.
I remember being downtown LA. Some girls like, I'm not calling a cab. That means I gotta talk to somebody. And I was like, okay, you're gonna pay the surge 3x for the surge. Go ahead, dummy. You can ride back out to the west side from downtown LA. You can ride back out to Santa Monica. Just call you a cab. There's 10 cabs right here, right now. I'm just gonna walk over to one and hop in it. That Uber ride back to Culver City City's $80. It's usually $20. And the cab's gonna get me there for 25. I'm taking a cab every day.
I didn't even know cabs were still around. I don't
Oh
see cabs.
yeah.
I don't
Oh yeah,
even
they're
see cabs anymore.
Man, I land in the airport, Randy. People calling Ubers and Lyfts. I go right to the cab line because it's cheaper for me to take a cab than to hop in Uber. Or
Is
Lyft.
it actually like, does it have like taxi on the top and still like old school?
They show you every price up front.
No, I'm saying like, do you know it's a taxi?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
There are a bunch of taxi companies. Yellow Cab. They have a bunch of them. Independent Cab.
I have not seen a cab. I can't recall. Now, granted, I'm not looking for them, but I cannot recall the last time I actually saw.
You live in the richer part of town. In the rich part of town, y'all probably don't have a lot of cabs. That makes sense. You know, if I lived in the suburbs too, I'm pretty sure LeBron James don't see a lot of cabs neither. I'm pretty sure. You probably see black cars. You probably see black cars everywhere. That makes total sense for a cab where you live at.
I have no idea what you were talking about.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't.
Not at all.
Of course you don't.
I can't recall the last time I've seen the actual taxi.
Yeah, I know. You probably never see one because you get your feet in a black car. You probably have a masseuse in there wiping your feet down and washing them, getting you out of your shoes from walking from the sidewalk to the car. Do they throw rose petals out in front of you too, Randy? They throw rose petals out in front of you too.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Randy rolls like that? Damn.
That's how Randy rose.
It's not how I roll, Rodney.
Rodney, that's how Randy rose.
I do
I
too.
don't see taxis. No, no, they don't
I
exist
haven't
no
seen
more.
a
I don't
taxi.
see public transportation either.
I see
When's the last time I seen a
buses.
bus? Psst, psst. I wish they'd get off the road with those buses. I don't know why they're here.
Y'all don't even
People
have
walking on the
buses. Do you,
sidewalk. Look at
do you
these.
all have
How
buses in
pedestrian
LA?
of them. Yes, we have buses.
Buses in LA. Yeah,
How
lots of
pedestrian of
buses.
these people walking around.
They're even
Ah,
adding. They're adding more.
disgusting.
Believe it or not, they're actually adding more Metro Rail too.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
supposedly gonna have like we did pass a legislation to additionally add like a bunch of new lines. Supposedly they're supposed to be done before the Olympics get here,
yeah.
but who knows?
They're gonna
But
hire more police for the rails too, apparently.
they need to.
Yeah, the rails are dangerous the way I hear it. My
Yeah.
friend works for the rails and he's telling me, he's like, yeah, I advise
But
you not to
yeah,
ride on them. And
there's a
I'm like,
lot of
really?
buses, a lot of rails. There's
Mm-hmm.
all this stuff, but cars are still king here
Yeah,
in
cars
LA.
king here. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm in the Midwest. So.
yeah. Yeah, sure. Where you live at, cars are king because people can't walk anywhere you got because y'all don't have sidewalks. You live in areas where people have to walk on the grass of other people with lawns.
No, in the Midwest, you do not walk on people's grass. That is
See, exactly. Because where you live at, they know better to be walking anywhere around there.
nah, man.
They're liable to get shot. So, Randy, how big is the gate?
I don't have a gate. I have no idea what you're
How
talking about.
big is the gate?
There ain't no gates, but you just don't walk on.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We know. We know. We know. We know. And y'all don't take buses
Well,
and y'all
the
don't
other
have
thing too
taxis.
is you can't really walk around. I mean, weather plays a factor too, right? Like you can't be
Well,
walking
in the
Yeah.
around.
summer, in the spring, the fall. I mean, it ain't cold all the time, guys.
We know it's not cold all the time, but the summers suck too. Summers are real hot.
Yeah, summers are real hot. But summers
Yeah,
are real
real
hot.
hot.
Yeah, they're real hot. Yeah,
But
but
we
it
have
just
dry
depends.
heat though. Y'all go outside and y'all are wet.
It's
That's
humid.
why that's
It's,
why in your car you probably have somebody there with a towel wiping you down once you get inside of it. It's okay, Randy. You
I,
live a
I,
certain type of way.
I can't with you.
You live a certain type of way. I'm just trying to get there,
I'm,
cuz I'm just trying to get there.
I'm ignoring you. Digital Click said NFT tacos next.
Your
That's
NFT tacos. Yep. It's gonna be Taco Bell, NFT Taco Bell. That's gonna be popping. You know what I'm saying? Oh, speaking of that, did y'all hear about the Campbell soup, ghost pepper flavored Campbell soup?
Mm-mm.
So Campbell Soup decided to make a high preserved ghost peppered Campbell Soup chili. It's chili, right? And a woman was talking about it. The guy was like, "Don't you ever eat it. Don't you ever eat it. It's like eating molten lava that came out of Satan's ass
Oh Lord.
into your mouth."
Oh God.
And this woman came on her Instagram. I gotta pass this Instagram around to everybody because I laughed so hard. She said it was like it's like a demon leprechaun jumps into your stomach and it sits there and kicks your stomach all night long while your stomach is hot and gurgling, boiling like a cauldron. And it's like she's like, then that midget gets into your large intestine and lights matches and drops them out your ass. You're taking a dump. It's so hot.
Oh Lord.
So
Chuck.
they made this, and it's ghost pepper chili from Campbell Soup. Mark's gonna go try it. I know Mark right now is
I
like,
have
yeah, I'm gonna go try that right now.
I have no desire to try that at all.
I
At
mean, she
all.
says they say it's the hottest thing, and it's like eating one of those chips, those super hot chips. They say at first it doesn't feel like that until it gets into your stomach. They say it's really hot in your mouth, but they say when it gets to your stomach, it's like whoosh, like all the chemicals in your stomach are like, boom, we're gonna blow up in here. They released it. You don't want to try that, Randy?
I do not.
You
I'm
don't
not a
want to try
spicy
that?
food eater.
It clean your system out, apparently.
I'm not a spicy food eater.
See, I told you Mark's gonna definitely try it. Told you. Mark's like, I'm gonna try it. Mark, you gotta tell us about it, Mark. I won't do
Yeah,
it.
you gotta let us know about that. Do it by Wednesday.
Hot in, hot out.
Boy, they say it's worse going out. They say this is the
Hot in,
worst feeling
hot
I've ever had.
out.
They said this is the worst. The woman said, I thought I had to go to the hospital to see if I burn my anus.
He said the description would get Diddy excited.
Oh, oh, that's the line of the
Hot in,
podcast.
hot out.
Hot in, hot out. Oh, oh, Lord. Oh,
Oh man.
oh, that's hilarious.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
oh.
Oh, but yeah, she says like somebody dropping matches and firecrackers out your ass when it's coming out. I was on the ground laughing. I was like, who's trying this?
All
You
right.
see
We got
Campbell's
I know we
chili.
got another story. Come on.
Oh, we do. Uh, Ubisoft, Randy, Ubisoft, the video game company, says gamers should get comfortable not owning their games.
Damn.
I know it, right? Well,
Damn.
technically, we have to be comfortable not owning our films anymore, television
Or
anymore.
well, we don't own any of our digital
Nope,
content.
you can't even go to Best Buy and buy it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. All our
Yeah.
digital content
So
is leased to us.
Philip Tremblay, head of subscriptions at Ubisoft, said players are used to owning the games that they play, but they have gotten comfortable not owning their music or movie collection.
Yeah.
His main point, why shouldn't players get comfortable with not owning the products they pay for and instead of accept the streaming model as a whole? So I understand he's talking from behalf of the streaming model. First of all, it's hard to stream games without downloading them somewhere because to run a game on a computer somewhere else, then send that image down to your television with instant response from a controller is very expensive and very hard to do.
Because
It's
there's
not an easy
latency
feat.
issues, right?
Yeah, latency issues. So that's very hard to do. Google has failed at it. Amazon struggles at it.
But it
Uh,
Netflix trying to
they're doing something similar. They have now mobile games you download to your phone. You literally download the game to your phone. But they are going to try it. Everybody's going to try it. Microsoft is the most successful at doing it right now. You know, PlayStation does some games, but not all games. But Microsoft is quite successful at doing it right now. And it's not the biggest games. When Google did it, they decided, hey, we're going to launch with Destiny, the big multiplayer online game. And that's tough to do. That's tough to do. But if but at $18 a month for a gaming service like Game Pass, it's a deal. As long as I can download the game and put it down and push it back up, it does delete it and re-download it later. It's not a problem.
the
The
problem that
problem,
they're trying to stream it.
the streaming it or downloading it. Yeah. So Game Pass streams some games, but not all games. And some games you can just download to your Xbox or your PC. You know, and that is fine as long as the game is available. That means gaming services had to get comfortable with keeping games live with only two users using that game.
Okay.
So that game could take up maybe 500, 800 gigs. Or if it's something like Call of Duty, an old version of Call of Duty, can take up over a terabyte somewhere and only have two or three players playing it. I gotta get used to that model. If we're gonna go do this,
Well, that's what
because
it sounds
nothing.
like they're kind of the direction that they are moving in.
Yeah, it is. It is the
So
direction of everything. Because we saw what happened with Funimation with Crunchyroll, right?
the clay, right? They don't have the same clay anymore, do they?
They had the what?
The clay, they don't. Wasn't there a problem with like the shortage of the type of clay that they use for the Funimation models?
The no, Funimation had where people bought properties, they can access it on Funimation, and they don't have that system set up in Crunchyroll, and that system
Oh,
is too expensive. So they're saying, hey, so Funimation had both live streaming, like you can stream all your shows, but they also had people purchase shows where they can download them later on and put it on something. Like you own the show. So, you know, you can stream it or you can own it. It's kind of like Apple TV, right? Some movies you can purchase for
mhm.
$29.99, $30. And later on, you can more than likely you can stream it if you have Apple TV Plus. So what Funimation is saying is, hey, we have it where people can purchase and some people purchase those products. And then when it went over to Crunchyroll, Crunchyroll was like,
That's
you
right.
know
'Cause
what?
we just talked about
Yeah, we
this.
just talked about it. And Crunchyroll was like, um, yeah, we don't have that type of service. We don't have a downloadable service that has ownership attached to it. So we had to do something about you people that purchased
Purchase.
tons of anime. And Amazon's going through that too. They have purchased on demand movies too and TV shows. People have purchased on demand movies and TV shows and TV series and they pulled them off the service.
Right. Yeah, you
And
can't.
that's unfair.
That's
So
a,
if
yeah, it's a
I
problem.
paid money
Well,
to
look,
save ownership that abides by my EULA, you can't just take that away from me.
yeah, I think we just talked about this a couple
Hmm.
weeks ago. So maybe one of the ideas is send them a hard digital
Hard
copy.
copy. So apparently Amazon has gave people credit. Whatever they paid for, they give it back to them. I know for my stuff for Stadia, for Google Stadia, Google credited me back all the games I purchased.
Mm.
They're like, here's all the games you purchased. Here's the money back for all of them.
Which they should.
They should.
Yeah.
So I can get used to having nothing but streaming, but you have to get used to keeping it live for me at all times.
And ensuring that, yeah, there's no latency, there's no problems, none of those things.
Yep. Never gets pulled off the service, no matter if it's one person playing it, or if I don't play it for 10 years and I come back to it, it should be there.
Which that might be a problem because we're seeing, I don't know. I just think of streamers like Max
Hmm.
taking down shows and things. And I'm like,
Yeah, exactly. Because they don't want to pay for the licenses.
right. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Like there lies the problem. It's not a consumer problem, it is an industry problem. They need to solve for that.
Hmm.
So Roadhouse, Brawl, Amazon used AI to replicate actors' voice during strike, lawsuit alleges. Well, this is interesting. On Tuesday, R. Lance Hill, who wrote the screenplay for the 1989 cult movie, sued Metro Goldwyn Mayer Studios and its parent Amazon Studios, claiming copyright infringement and seeking the declaratory relief. Hill, who goes by the pen name David Lee Henry, alleges the Seattle e-commerce giant ignored his ability under the U.S. Copyright Act to reclaim the rights of his 1986 screenplay Roadhouse. He
The one with
alleges
Patrick
that
Swayze?
the what's up?
The one with Patrick Swayze?
Yeah, yeah. He alleges that that he filed the necessary petition with the U.S. Copyright Office in late 2021, requesting that the copyright revert back to him when the United Artists claim was due to expire in November 2023.
Hmm.
But Amazon, which owns the Roadhouse rights through its acquisition of MGM Film Library, allegedly ignored his copyright claims and plowed ahead, even taking steps to work around the SAG after strike to attempt to finish the movie before the copyright expired, according to the suit.
Somebody gonna get fired.
Somebody gonna get fired.
Yeah, somebody like, how did this happen and how did we overlook it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Amazon went so far as to take extreme measures to try to meet the November 10th, 2023 deadline at considerably additional costs, including by resorting to the use of AI, artificial intelligence, during last year's SAG after strike. Hill's lawsuit claims he alleges Amazon used AI to replicate the voices of the actors in the 2024 remake. The movie was completed in January, about 2 months after the copyright deadline, the suit said claims. So matter all they did all this work, and no matter what, they still missed the deadline.
yeah.
They had the new Roadhouse coming out like right around the corner.
Right. Somebody, yeah. Yeah. They're gonna be writing a check here pretty soon.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I would say, hey, give me back my film. Matter of fact, I'm getting a new film. Put
Yeah,
that on my lip tab too.
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be ugly.
Yeah.
And every actor involved was like, you used AI to do my voice. We kind of settled that a little
Right.
bit, just a little, not much, but enough.
You yeah. Can't just take yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be some trouble.
So, and something else, because we always talk about this company. This is one of the most talked about companies on this show. I'm gonna talk about another company. Netflix, Amazon, and Paramount wanted Coyote versus Acme, but Warner Brothers Discovery refused. Last fall, Warner Brothers Discovery seemed willing to entertain the idea of letting another studio release director Dave Green's Coyote vs. Acme after initially announcing its plans to Batgirl, where it canceled in exchange for tax write-offs. The nearly complete film in early November but according to news reports, the studio rejected multiple offers that could have led to the embattled project finally seeing the light of day, and the final decisions were made by executives who has not actually seen the finished movie.
I think they're just negotiating. I think it's gonna happen.
You think the Coyote versus Acme is going to happen?
I think it's gonna come out on Netflix.
I could see it.
Yeah, I think they're just negotiating now because they understand streaming wars is not as easy as they thought it was going to be, and just because you had all the content out there doesn't
Hmm.
mean that's translating into subscriptions.
That's
And
true.
Warner Brothers has been working with Netflix and specifically Amazon, right? We've seen a
Hmm.
lot of things that were Warner Brothers with Amazon. What's the what is it, Tim Bruce, or is it what you call the Batman one? It's
Yeah.
coming to Amazon Prime, and things like that. I think right now Warner's is just negotiating to get the last tell in it. I think it'll
Yep.
show.
Yep. We'll see. We'll see how this works because it's a live action CGI project, sort of
Mhm.
like Chip and Dale. And I think people will go ape shit over this. Chip and Dale was an amazing movie. It's still one of my favorite movies. They had Ugly Sonic in it. They made a cameo of everything I grew up with in one movie. It was all there. And it was brilliant. It was a brilliant done movie.
And
Uh
Zaslav, whatever his name is, I mean, he's stupid, but I don't think he's that stupid.
I mean he makes money off meerkats, dog.
I
It's
mean,
hard.
there's got to be something else going on there. I mean, the tax
Yeah.
write-offs alone,
Right.
supposedly they're gonna get like a huge tax write-off off of that. But then again, like there are people in Washington that are like, "Hey, this shouldn't be allowed to happen. This is like
Yeah.
you're perpetuating a fraud."
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, but that's the only other thing I can think of is that them refusing to like they offered to buy it from them, but like the tax write off was more than what was people were offering, right? So
Yeah.
they probably get like $110 million write off, and then
I can see that.
Yeah.
Netflix and Amazon and them were probably like,
Uh-huh.
hey, we'll buy it from you for 50 million or something.
Yeah, they said they
Yeah,
fell short of the 75 to $80 million figure Warner Brothers was apparently looking for.
yeah.
See, I think that's negotiation shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I do.
I agree with you, Rodney. Warner Brothers like we can write this thing off for 100 million, or we could sell it to you for 60 million. We could write off the 100 million maybe better for us. I can pay for more meerkats because they
And
work for free.
not only that, like
Oh shit.
he's created a very ugly precedent by doing this, right? And he's just canceling
Yes.
these things that are made already, and so it's almost like,
Everybody's gonna start doing it more.
yeah, well, that not only that, it's like almost like if he sells it off to somebody else, that's admitting that he was doing something wrong.
Yes, it
Right,
is.
like they would definitely see behind what it really is, which is just like, yeah, he just wants a big ass tax write off. And then
Mm-hmm.
everybody's gonna come out, and for everything I've heard about it, it's like really good. So then with like Batgirl, there was like mixed reviews, but with this, I've actually heard a lot of people say it's good.
I mean,
Right, so
let's
you imagine it comes on, everybody sees that it's good. He's gonna look even dumber
yeah.
because everybody's
Yeah.
gonna be like,
Let,
well,
let,
you're
let's be honest.
Mm.
He's been not known to release really good products because he did let Flash go out there in the wild, and Batgirl can't be worse than Flash. I mean,
Yeah,
Batgirl had mixed reviews, Flash had dedicated bad reviews.
No, Flash was the best superhero movie ever made.
James Gunn was the only person that said that, and he was forced to say that. We agreed to that, Randy.
yeah.
They had him by gunpoint and was like, say this, James, or we're gonna take back the job. You're gonna be unemployed for the rest of your life. Your kid's gonna be living on Skid Row and not in Beverly Hills anymore. That Malibu mansion is gonna go away, James.
You
You
can't go.
better say
You
this.
can't go back to Marvel, James.
Can't go back to Marvel. Nobody
You,
wants you. Nobody
you,
wants you.
you
Nobody
already
wants
burnt
you.
that bridge. You can't go
You
back to
burnt the
Marvel.
bridge. You burnt the bridge already. You think Star Wars is gonna have you? I think not. You can't even do a Transformer movies in this town. You're not gonna do the Transformer movie. You took a James Gunn to your head, say it's the greatest greatest superhero movie of all time.
Supposedly, do we talk about this too? But supposedly, the Warner Brothers Paramount merger is dead in the water too.
Oh, I didn't know. Were
Yeah,
Warner and
I think
Paramount
it came out like yesterday.
They were talking about
talking about it. That it's like they were talking about merging because Paramount Plus is losing a lot of money. I mean, all these streamers are losing a lot of money, right?
Yeah,
but then they were even Disney. I mean, all of them are losing money. But yeah,
so
Paramount was talking about merging with Warner Brothers, which is like, I'm actually fine with that. I mean, it's bad for the consumer with all these different mergers, man. I mean, Amazon alone owns, like, they own MGM, they own, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know it'd have been real bad, Rodney? Paramount would have been called Mount. Warner Brothers would have got a Mount. But nobody's ever heard of Mount. They've been called Mount. Not Paramount no more, just Mount. It'd be like Max Mount.
Max Mount. Warner Brothers is no longer pursuing the merger with Paramount Global. Here's traded near
Warner Brothers. Yeah, what would it be like? Because what they call it now, they call it Discovery Warner, right?
Discovery Warner, yep.
So it'd be like Discovery Warner Mount.
It'd be Discovery Mount. They just cut out Max and everything.
Or Mountain Warner.
Or Mountain Warner, yeah. No, or Discovery Mountain. Discovery Mountain. That's what they call it. Discovery Mountain.
That's what they would have done.
Discovery Mountain. Discovery Mountain.
Like Space Mountain or Thunder Mountain.
It does.
It was like a ride at Disneyland.
It looked like Space Mountain's logo.
Yeah. I mean, Paramount logo does look like Matterhorn.
It does like Matterhorn. It does like Matterhorn. They changed it to Space Mountain logo. Because Warner had the best name, home box office, for a service. The first thing is home box office go. That don't make sense. I'm streaming it in my home. The only place I can watch it. You just call it home box homes.
Yeah, just call it home box office.
Just call it home box office. Home boxes go. Home box office next. They came with 5 different names and said, we're gonna settle with Max. We're not gonna go with the premium brand that we've established for the last 2.5 decades. Since like 92, we established this
the
brand.
greatest shows in television history, right?
Greatest shows in television history. We're gonna get rid of all that. We're gonna burn all that. We're gonna go with the one that everybody compares to softcore porn. We're gonna go with the name that everybody puts to softcore porn.
The next story is wild to me.
Oh, the pizza story?
No, the next
one.
Oh,
you can. Oh, okay. You can smell your video games now because why not? GameSense is a new device by tech company of the same name that sounds kind of goofy. Powered by AI, the $180 adapter captures real-time audio and processes those sounds to emit scents that correspond with the on-screen action. Who wants this? I don't want to smell guns. I don't want to smell poo. I can't imagine playing Elden Ring. Because all those creatures in Elden Ring smell really bad because they're in a place called hell. I can't imagine this. I don't want to smell blood. Randy, you want to smell a game? This is for sex games.
Well, I don't know. Like gun smoke, gun popping, you can smell gun smoke or
explosions.
Yeah, that might actually. I actually think what do you think like if like a VR set? I mean, it's immersive and everything like that, and then you could like smell when you're entering certain rooms. I don't know. That might be kind of cool.
I don't know, man. I don't want to be in Resident Evil smelling those zombies.
It says here upgraded DLC. DLC. They're even talking about DLC.
DLC. So you're gonna pay for it.
Napalm, human exertion, which
human feces, Death Stranding. You throw
really quickly. It said I literally thought I glanced over real quickly and I thought it said human excretions, but it's human exertion. Ocean and
that's
golf
even
course.
Worse.
Gunfire explosions, racing, storm, forest. Human exertion. So you're gonna sell somebody sweat.
Yeah.
You want to smell Kobe Bryant? You want to smell LeBron James as you're playing NBA 2K? You want to smell the offensive line?
Or you could smell like popcorn popping. You could smell like the sweat.
No, no,
Like, oh,
that's
Yeah,
no
but
one.
think
That's
about like
not
all the
game.
different games, right? Like, yeah, you're
yeah,
right. Like
it's
all the
all sorts
different
of
games.
You
things.
want to smell
Like you
Sonic the
smell
Hedgehog after he
blood.
took a long run? He's
You
a
see
fucking
the.
hedgehog. He probably smells bad. You want to smell Mario coming out of a pipe from underground?
I mean, I guess in virtual reality, like I guess it kind of would make sense in
Yeah,
some
I actually think it's
regards,
not a bad idea. I know y'all got
but
saying I
yeah.
think it's not a bad idea.
Man, let
I
me tell
mean,
you.
if you think about like the holodeck, right? You know, you're
Yeah.
transported to all that, and then
Right.
Okay,
this is like
that may be actually good. That may be
Like
actually
we
actually.
watched The King's Son and like you smell Churlo cook the bacon and you know when he was baking
Sure.
and
But how
everything.
about when they bowling up the bad guy's
Well, okay,
body?
we don't need everything, but I'm just saying we don't
That's
need
what I'm
everything.
saying.
It can smell like a football game on the football field and the
and
gridiron. Like,
it would be interesting. Like, let's say
yeah,
you're
I
playing
think
a
it'd be kind of
game.
cool.
Well, let's say you're playing a game in VR. I don't necessarily know about other
Uh-huh.
stuff, but in VR, we're in a game where like you have to like either um you have to like hunt somebody down or they're hunting you down,
Uh-huh.
and then you get a smell like you're downwind and you smell them before they show up, right? Like I could see something like
Yeah.
that, right? Where you're like, okay, I smell, which reminds me of a whole Navy SEAL interaction I had when I was in the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell it real quickly. Where he said he knew whenever he had to go to a certain area of the world, weeks before, he would eat the food, the local food,
Uh-huh.
so that he would smell like that food. Like he would
Yeah.
smell like a local
Smell like a local.
because all
Yeah.
the food that you eat would excrete a certain smell,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be kind of interesting in that regard.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Then you play like Hell Divers too, and you're blowing up big ass bugs,
Oh
and they
yeah.
have bile and everything on them, and then you'll be throwing up in your house.
Now, I'm not saying it is everything, but I think the option, I think it's kind of cool for real.
It is kind of cool. It's interesting. It's interesting until
Yeah.
you start digging deep into it, right? Because then you'll have gangs like Leisure Suit Larry, for example. Leisure Suit Larry's about sex and getting drunk.
It smells like a stripper.
It smells like a
Stripper.
stripper. Sounds like Badoosie in your house.
Well, I'm all
A
in for
doozy.
that. Yeah. Smell like a strip club. You walk in there. Yeah.
Smell like coconut
Yeah.
oil and
Coconut
Right.
oil.
Yeah.
Smell like Bath and Beyond.
Yeah,
Glitter,
man.
was it cucumber bomb? That's what it smelled like.
coconut oil
Yeah.
and fish. What?
Yeah, coconut oil fish.
Yeah, man. All
Oh,
right. That convinced me. That's what over the top.
okay.
Yeah. I think that's dope. I think that's a dope
I think
idea.
this is a great place to end the show right there. We're gonna end it right here on this. You may have convinced me that this may be a good idea because I just want to see your reaction with these
I
smells.
think it's dope, man. I think it's
Oh,
dope. Now,
oh, it is
even
interesting.
more.
It is interesting though. It is interesting. But you gotta think those scents are gonna be in your house for a long time.
Be in your basement where or your gaming room, wherever you play your games and things.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting they did this though. It's interesting. It does add to the realism of the experience.
Right.
And if they can actually link it to particular games, that could be very interesting. But I don't want to
Yeah.
smell dead bugs, and Helldivers has me.
I'm not saying I want to do all that, but you know.
Yeah, Helldivers is great, Randy. It's amazing. It's amazing. They have a level. It's like Vietnam, but it's with Terminators. And man, it is rough. It is rough. I went to a planet with bugs, and the bugs were crushing us. A matter of fact, it was a Trey, and I was with Matt, one of his friends. And I got killed off. So I'm watching them in spectator mode. And they got to the extraction ship, the drop ship to get taken off the planet. And a bug came in, just threw up on them and killed them both as they're getting onto the thing. I was like, y'all gonna get away. We're gonna get away. We're gonna get a good bonus. Oh yeah, we made it. We made it. And they ran into the ship. And the bug just threw up on them as they ran into the ship. And they both instantly died. I was like, damn.
Damn.
Damn. That was 40 minutes well played, guys. We played a hard 40 minutes.
Mm, damn.
But Helldivers is great because you're fighting for democracy.
Well, we are fighting for democracy, son.
Yeah, but I can imagine this scent machine with the bugs you find and blowing up the bugs nest. Oh, it's amazing. Those bugs be fucking you up. Then you go to other planets that are Terminators, and you're like, wow, I am not ready for this. See the game, see the game on screen, just running around, and those big ass bugs. I don't want to smell them when I'm killing them. Gunpowder and bug juice.
The gunpowder is what I would mostly think.
That'd be cool. Gunpowder would be cool.
Yeah, not necessarily the dead bugs.
Hmm. The
Um,
bugs be coming for you too, son. They be like, "Hey, we coming to get you."
Cool, man. So we're gonna wrap it up
We're
here.
gonna wrap up on that. Thank you all for tuning in to Geek Beast on Fridays, happy hour. But me nor Randy are drinking, so I guess it's not happy hour. But I'm gonna start charging more money for people to come to happy hour like Wendy's. First I want to give a shout out to Digital Click. Digital Click does all our art and they do all our overlays for our shows and with Rodney's help and whatnot. Shout out to Rodney for being a great technical producer, technical director, and junior co-host today. We love it whenever he comes on. We love it whenever he comes on
Ooh,
Fridays. We really do. Shout out to Mark for being in the chat. Thank you, Mark, for always showing up. I mean, you're the man. We got to have you on the show one time, Mark, and have you talking with us one time. And shout out to Defunct for curating all our stories for us and watching me butcher them and not complaining to me about butchering the stories.
you do all
You
right, man.
know, I'm doing the first time read at the same time I'm reading them. I'm gonna be an actor soon. I'm gonna work in a Tyler Perry movie. That's what I'm
Oh,
gonna
man.
do.
Hey,
I could apparently. This is how he does it. This is how he does it.
I heard Mia
And
Culpa was terrible, so you couldn't do worse.
I know it. And but we'll come back. We'll see y'all on Monday. Rodney, will Pod Squadron be appearing on Monday? Or is it still up in the air?
Is still up in the air, but
Okay.
we're looking to come back on the 4th. If
Okay, on the
everything
fourth.
works out,
Okay.
we'll be diving into the last season of Bad Batch.
Yeah, last season of Bad Batch. And
Man,
and that's on the fourth. That's on the Monday. Yeah.
Hmm.
And for Wednesday we have binge worthy. We're doing the House of Ninja,
Yeah,
actually. That's
yeah.
what we're doing. Currently scheduled. We'll see if we'll change that tomorrow. We'll never know. Never know.
We're doing House of Ninjas.
We'll
It's
do
too
House of Ninjas.
late to.
And with that being said, we wish you all a good night and a good weekend. Talk to you Monday. Peace.
Peace, everybody.